Hi, this is Jayson Chabot, Port Moody Coquitlam candidate representing the People's Party of Canada. I've been doing a lot of walking and talking lately. The stat that really is important is how many Canadians are living paycheck to paycheck. That $40 billion is roughly the same amount of money that's collected in the form of GST. Pulling out of that accord is very good when it comes down to bringing in accountability. Had they changed the French anthem to be gender neutral.
On August 4th, Maxime Bernier sent out a tweet that should have rocked the country. More foreign cheap labor is not the solution to shortages. Yet his endorsement of the post-millennial article only garnered 958 likes and 418 retweets. Why is that?
The consequences of cheap foreign labor reach further than people initially realize. This isn't about the agricultural industry, the nannies, or for that matter, those who are janitors after everyone's gone home. This is about restaurant owners who specifically target those who are here on student visas at universities and offer them jobs that pay cash under the table. This is about businesses, construction in particular, who are able to underbid their competition because a portion of the work that they are securing involves their ability to have that farmed out to day laborers. With True North reporting that $250 million is going to be sent to Quebec to help them deal with the illegal border crossers, my fear remains the same that it was in 2017, that people are going to be angry at the wrong people. People who cross borders illegally or who have overstayed visas, are here on student visas and are working. Those aren't the people that need to be dealt with. The people that need to be dealt with here are the employers who are breaking existing law by hiring folks that are not legally allowed to work in the country. By removing the incentive, that's how we fix what is often misreported in the news. Applying the baseball analogy to what it takes to win an election is important. The first inning is basically everyone's excited. Great day for a baseball game. So you have people that are there and they have their policies, and everyone's excited that this is what we can do for the country. And you have people that are just absolutely proud of the fact that this is Canada, and the will to change is there. And you got to be able to take that will now and carry it on to the next inning and the next inning after that. So what you need for that will to continue flourishing is you need something that's going to withstand the attacks. And what's going to stand the attacks is convictions. Now, those convictions, they need to be grounded in something that you can't forget it once you've learned it. And so what I want to do is I want to show you guys, show everyone here a movie. It involves a gentleman that has a backpack. And as you hear the description that he gives of the contents of that backpack, I trust you'll be just as curious as I was when I first watched it on the Canadian Border Security show.
How much currency are you traveling with?
400,000.
What's that currency for?
To pay crew and pay vendors. We're producing a TV commercial. We tried to open up a Canadian bank account, but because we're not a Canadian company, they wouldn't allow us to.
So did you catch that? That was money to pay for his crew and his vendors.
To pay crew and pay vendors.
So he's going to use that money, he's going to take it into the country, and obviously people that maybe they were here on a student visa and they just need a little extra spending cash.
The officer takes the traveler and the cash to a secure counting room.
I've never seen this much currency.
That's going to be a great opportunity to get the job done for a reasonable price for this employer. However, if the CBSA were not so fascinated by the amount of money coming in that gentleman's backpack, they would have realized that, hey, wait a minute, Section 124 of the Immigration and Refugee Protection Act says that if you are an employer and you employ a foreign national who's not legally allowed to work in this country, you can be fined a significant amount and even face jail time if there's repeat occurrences. That warning needed to be included with that recommendation not to carry so much cash in the backpack.
I didn't have any concerns in regards to the legitimacy of the money that he had. The gentleman declared the money correctly.
It's a big concern for us as currency, the proceeds of crime. That's what we're looking for, right? So.
Well, they make it difficult on the people that are actually trying to do business, don't they? Yeah.
The money checks out. Looks like the show will go on.
That gets us into maybe the 7th inning, and what you're starting to feel like is you're starting to say, I've seen this before. I know what you're talking about. There was a very popular in the news recently about the Hastings racetrack. What frustrated me about that one is here are news reporters identifying something that happened in their own backyard, but nothing about the employers. Something about the CBSA agents, yeah, but nothing about the employers. Now, when you get to the end of the 7th inning stretch and you've got your own story, you've got some way of explaining this in your own words, you move on to the 8th inning. And what you need in the 8th inning is you need that voice that has it, that voice of leadership. Just play a couple more clips here for you to show you what that's like.
And we've got a man in this room here who exudes leadership. And that is the best thing about this whole movement.
There comes a time when you have to choose. Choose to play along in a losing game, or choose to be true to yourself, true to your principles, and loyal toward all the people who support you.
There's something very inspiring about hearing people rise above the norm, rise above what you just typically see on TV, rise above what you see or read in the newspaper. Now, that's the 8th inning. Now, you said, well, there's still one more inning. Yes, that's the 9th. In the 9th inning, I just want to draw your attention to this one individual that I found here. And what I want you to think about is, okay, so 9th inning, this is where you bring in that pitcher that's going to come in, and he's going to make it impossible for any of their remaining batters to do anything. And this is what I want you to have as a mentality. I want you to think about this. Watch how this pitcher begins his 9th inning. Did you notice the people that were just kind of standing around his own teammates as he passed by them? Think about that. Think about the people that they get all the way to the 9th inning. They just stood there. They didn't have the ability to take it all the way to the finish line. You're thinking, okay, that's a great analogy. First inning, yeah, you get your excitement level. Innings 2 through 5, you establish your convictions. You find your story. In 7th inning, then by the 8th inning now, you start to recognize the people that have that, who have it. 9th inning, you realize you're not giving in when everyone else is starting to slow down. What do we got left? Extra innings, right? Extra innings. That's the fun. We've been sent to Ottawa with a mandate. The mandate is to simply do what government's there to do. So I just want to leave you with, again, a simple reminder of what leadership sounds like.
True to your principles and loyal toward all the people who support you.
We're going to win this game. Not me, this message. I'm going to fix the consequences of cheap labor, and we're going to win this game. Thank you for your time. Enjoy this campaign season. I am.